Alright, this is what I consider my first real YouTube video on the old Blue Beastie. I just picked up a GoPro high def motorsport cam, helmet cam. So I'm going to get ready and go for a spin on that. As you can see, my bike is still dirty from my last ride, but whatever. The old Blue Beastie, yeah. 2004 WR450, has a Athena 480 kit in it, down there, see, and stage 1 HotCams, all the free mods, airbox mods, gray wire, full FMF stainless steel MegaBomb, and FMF PowerCore, James Dean jetting. Suspension is stock except for the spring rates. Got heavier springs in the front, heavier spring in the back. Thing works really good actually. I like it a whole lot better than I did last year. Made a few other little tweaks. Trip meter, kick the bucket, so I stuck an hour meter on, and that toggle switch is for the gray wire. So I can actually flip it back and forth between YZ mapping and WR mapping. Last year I just had the cams and the muffler, stock header, and it didn't have the big bore, and the gearing was 1451. And honestly, the bike was just nasty. Didn't have the switch for the gray wire either, so it was on YZ mapping all the time. And it was basically just a freaking light switch. It was not real trail friendly, to say the least. It hit hard and it hit instantly, right off bottom, right off idle. It hit, and it hit really hard. The thing was like a light switch. It was like on or off. Snotty hills and rooty hills and stuff like that. It was just awful. So my my game plan on how to fix the bike was a big 480 big bore kit, the FMF MegaBomb header, and then I dropped 3 teeth on the back sprocket. And most people thought I completely lost my mind, because they were like, okay, let's get this right. The bike's way too nasty now, way too brutal, way too aggressive. So to make it better, you're going to put a big bore in it and a FMF MegaBomb. And I went, yep. And the wonderful part is, it worked perfect. I love it now. It just has massive bottom end. The header, combination of the header and the gearing and the big bore, the power, it still has a power hit in YZ mode, but it's way up. Like, it might start to hit 65, 7 grand kind of thing. And actually, it doesn't even hit all at once. It's like it bleeds to hit into it. Way more controllable. Bottom end torque and pulling is just massive. My biggest problem is I never know what gear I'm in. I mean, you can just, the thing works like a built Harley almost. It has that much bottom end. You just stick it in a gear, and there's no such thing as a wrong gear. You can put that in 3rd, 4th gear, lug it right down to like 20 miles an hour. It couldn't care less. You can just bong around on it, just putt around. It's happy as can be. Never overheats. Very tame now, believe it or not. It has gobs more power, but it's 100 times more tame, friendly, safer, whole 9 yards. I call it the ultimate Grampy touring bike, basically, because that's what it's like. It's like an old XR600 on steroids now, basically. So I'm quite impressed with it for the driving I do with the thing. I'm old, fat, slow, and relatively inexperienced to the new dirt bikes, and this is way better as far as I'm concerned to what it used to be like. You can just bomb around. If you want it to go, it'll freaking go, but only if you want it to, which is not like it was last year. Last year it just went all the time, and that was basically the only way you could drive it. So I am now gonna go and get some gear on and get the GoPro out for the absolute first run. So the next part of this video will be from that. I have no idea if you'll be able to hear anything I say. We'll find out, I guess. And that's about it. I expect my jetting's probably out of whack quite a bit because it is absolutely stinking hot here today compared to normal. Temperatures up in the 90s with like 100% humidity. Jetting's probably a little bit rich, but hey, whatever. So that's it. Next version from the GoPro. We'll see how that goes. See my doggy over there doing her thing, whatever that is. So we'll see you on the trails in a moment.